Yeah, dry skin, no fun this time of year, especially, well, if you are in Manitoba. That's where we are seeing some of the biggest wind chills, minus 26, Yellowknife, minus 41. No one can compete with that. So do bundle up, protect your skin, and Happy New Year. Bodies of water and through the Great Lakes, well, we're still seeing snow squalls, and that's because there's no ice, barely any ice on, let's say, Lake Ontario, Georgian Bay, Lake Huron. So as we look at BC, this is our next weather story. This is going to send us into storm watch as we look at this. So snowfall warnings are in place for the amounts of snow, 30 to 40 centimeters possible. Extreme winds as well, so winter storm warnings highlighted in the pink there, and then freezing rain. As this system changes from snow into rain, there'll be a period of some ice pellets possible. So a very messy mix. That's what you're bracing for throughout the northern BC coast. These are the snowfall totals. This is what we're expecting. 30 plus centimeters. That's highlighted in the white. And this will continue to push further east, into Alberta, into Saskatchewan. Also, because of this active weather, avalanche warnings, of course, they have been increased. We are now seeing a high risk along the northwest coast. So do keep that in mind, especially if you're in the backcountry. This could be an issue this weekend. As we look at that system continuing out of BC, moving across Alberta into Saskatchewan and Manitoba, the snowfall amounts, they get less as it tracks further east. But Alberta, this is widespread snow for you as you wake up into Friday through Saturday. This is going to be quite a bit here. And then as we look at the cold front that moves through, this is going to be bringing your temperatures, keeping them quite cold to what you saw last week. We're not going to be as cold as that, no, but still right at that seasonal mark. There's no above seasonal trend coming in your future. So as we take a look as well into Ontario, this is what you're dealing with. Today is your story for another day of snow squalls. Quite a few days that you've been dealing with this. And remember, the lakes, the ice cover, it is so much less than what we've been seeing last year. So that's why so late into the season, well, we're still dealing with those watches and warnings. This is how much snow can be expected through till Friday. Some of these places have already seen around 10, 15 centimeters of snow. So this is quite a bit of snow to get into, well, as we're starting off the new year. Now, don't go anywhere, because when we're back, Nicole Karkic and I will be sharing some of the best New Year's Eve video. Don't go anywhere. Okay, here it is.
Morning. I'm Nicole Karkic. Looking at our cloud tops across the country, things are going to get interesting for the start of the new year weather-wise. We've got some moisture moving in across Alaska, and that's going to pull in a lot of snow in through northern BC and Alberta. We've got a blizzard warning in place in northern Manitoba, and snow squalls continuing in southern Ontario as well as Atlantic Canada. So multiple bands sort of share the wealth, if you will. Coming up, Rachel Schoutsen with your New Year's Day forecast.
Snowboarding. Love that video there. And I love that you're here today. Yes, first day of 2015, and we're getting into your weather story. First, we'll focus out on a national look. Notice these two lows. These are going to merge, and this is going to mean some stormy weather into Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes. Things are really going to start to fire up into Saturday. Now, a long range, we do have a few clippers forming, but right now, you are dealing with a clipper. This is going to move through on Friday into Saturday, and this is some of the snowfall totals. So you can see here in the whites, 15 to 30 centimeters, quite a bit of snow. And because of this, because of some strong winds, we do have winter storm warnings in place, snowfall warnings for the amounts, and freezing rain warnings, because this is going to be a messy mix. This is all in place for BC. Now, as this clipper continues to move through, yes, you guessed it, it's going to affect you in Alberta, also throughout southern Saskatchewan, and then just slightly into southern Manitoba with Winnipeg, well, less than 5 centimeters of snow for you. In terms of your temperatures, here's a look at them right now. -7 this afternoon, -11. These are with the wind chills, so these are the temperatures you will have to dress for. And also this afternoon, as we look across the prairies, -14, -26, -27. You can tell where the cold air is. That is a lot cooler throughout Manitoba. Now, our story into Ontario, snow squalls again today. Quite a few days of this, so watches and warnings are in place, and this is how much snow is possible. How much snow is possible into next week? How cold will temperatures be? I'll have the Long Ranger. That's all coming up next. Happy 2015. First day of the year, first Long Ranger of the year as well. We'll get you through the weekend and into next week. Rachel Schoutsen here with you, and we're going to start off in the west, where I want you to notice this. Notice the high that's going to descend down into Alberta across the prairies. This is going to be bringing some upsloping winds into the foothills, into areas like Calgary, and this is where you could be seeing some snow into next week. But The bigger story out west is the development of a new clipper. You're in storm watch right now for a clipper, yes, but a new one will develop, and watch this here. This is going to be bringing, again, some more widespread snow. So let's pinpoint a few areas. This is going to be Monday development in through the week. So we can see here in Edmonton, you're getting that snow in through Tuesday, minus 15, feels like minus 21. The temperature story is also a big one. But then we see Calgary on Tuesday, well, a mix of sun and cloud. The thing to point here, the thing to notice is the clipper that you're getting through the weekend is going to be a lot stronger than the one you'll see at the beginning of next week. In Regina as well, doesn't look to be too affected. We do see the cloud cover build, but overall temperatures, that's going to be, well, one of your biggest stories across the prairies. Another week of extreme cold. Now, as we switch our focus into Ontario and Quebec, this weekend you're bracing for the big system, this big storm that's moving through. So you'll see these two lows, they will merge and head into Ontario through Quebec and the Maritimes. For Ontario, this is going to start to build into your Saturday. It's going to start off as snow. Likely to see a period of some ice pellets ending as some rain. And same thing goes for the Maritimes here, but this is going to be more your story into Sunday. So as we look at some of the 7 days here, Windsor, Saturday through Sunday, heavy periods of snow. This is what you can expect. We're still trying to figure out the exact totals here. Toronto as well, Saturday, Sunday, this leaves. I do want to mention for Ontario, as soon as this system's out of here by Sunday, the lake effect machine, that fires up again. And then Halifax, this is going to be your story Sunday in through Monday, likely leaving as rain. And temperatures, they're going to be cold next week. The weekend, this is Waterloo, where a few of the lake effect flurries, I'm trying to say, those fell throughout this week, and lake effect is going to be another issue again into today. As we look, we have winds out of the southwest. So this is the track of seeing some of those snow squalls. So Parry Sound, hello, back to you again. Also through Fort Erie and even towards Kingston as well. Another day of seeing the snow squalls. We do have the watches and warnings in place. If you're driving along 69, 11 as well, we could be seeing some dangerous conditions. And the wind chill. It feels like winter. Happy 2015. Full on into winter. You'll see the snow a lot this year. And how do snowflakes form? Well, here's Jacqueline with more. Very happy new year to you. Here's Force of Nature, a look at some of our biggest weather stories as we start off 2015. We'll put you... Okay, here it is. This is what 2015 looked like in Hong Kong. What a stunning scene. Look at those fireworks. What a production there. And I'm sure temperatures, well, they were a little bit more comfortable to be outside and to witness that than they were right across the country. Good morning, Ottawa. I'm sure you are still thawing out from those frigid, those harsh wind chills. Felt more like minus 22 last night as you were partying. So this is what New Year's Eve looked like across the country. This is Granville Street in Vancouver. Ken Chan took that. We said Vancouver probably had the best forecast to be outside. With the wind chill, it felt like minus 4. A lot more comfortable when you compare it to the minus 22s we saw across the country. This is what Toronto was like as well. Wind gusts were quite strong, 60, 70 kilometers an hour along the lake shores. So skating at Natrel Rink, it was probably cool, but hey, a beautiful scene. Great way to bring in the new year. This is Niagara Falls. Very popular spot to be for New Year's Eve. They had a big event going on. Lots of famous people. Lights was there, Keith Urban, one of the Jonas Brothers. But this is the lineup of traffic to leave the party. First thing you did in 2015? Sat in a traffic jam. I don't know about that. Now let me take you to Ottawa. The toques were on. People are dressed very warm here. This is the Capital Countdown. New Year's Eve in Ottawa. Looks very nice. Now I'll take you to Vegas lastly. This is what Las Vegas was like yesterday. We said Vegas could see a little bit of snow as they were in a winter storm watch. As they rang in the new year, the snow fell earlier in the day. So as people were on the streets in Las Vegas, no, they did not see a snowy scene to ring in the new year. Thanks, Marcy, for sending in that photo. She said that New Year's Eve was great in Vegas. I've done it before, and it was very, very good. Very good time. Now let's go to Paris. I'll show you what they looked like. Woo, 2015. Gorgeous scene. Now let's jump back into our story, our weather story throughout our country. We are seeing some active weather as we kick off 2015. Lake effect snow, still a problem throughout the Great Lakes region. Sea effect snow for Newfoundland. And this, a clipper is developing, and this is going to bring quite a bit of snow. This is what temperatures look like across the country. You can still see quite cold throughout Manitoba, slightly warming up in Alberta. And this clipper, it's going to make you shovel for the first weekend of the year. Quite a bit of snow coming through, and also in terms of the snow squalls, yeah, you'll be shoveling as well. Some places could see 20 centimeters. All right, here we come in 2015. Active weather. Well, that happened in 2014, that's for sure. Showing you a little taste of that. And that's all thanks to the snow squalls. I know close to Christmas, a lot of you saw grass. Now the landscape is starting to change. As we look at some of our conditions, I want to jump ahead first and talk about the weekend storm. This is into Saturday. Watch these two lows here. They'll merge and into Ontario. This is a story for Saturday, most likely to start off as snow and end in rain. There could also be a period of some freezing ice pellets. We're not going into storm watch for this for the totals, let's say, but more for the messy mix. So keep it here at the Weather Network as all of those details, well, they will continue to unfold. As we focus on today you'll see the snow, yes, if you live in Parry Sound, in Bracebridge, in the Bruce Peninsula, another day for the snow, and that's because of the snow squalls. So we do have the watches and warnings in place. Today's a big day for travel as well. The New Year's over, getting ready for, well, back to work, back to school. So traveling today along Highway 411, watch out for the squalls as conditions could be dangerous. We're seeing snowfall totals possibly around 10 to 20 centimeters. Some places have already seen that amount. So the snow shovel, yeah, you'll be using it today. Now into the afternoon, here's your wind chills. Fairly comfortable when you compare it to yesterday. Yesterday was quite a bit colder. And then as we take a look at the long range here, high pressure moves out of the way. Tomorrow's looking like a fairly nice day. Squalls will be an issue again, yes, but for southern Ontario, for the greater Toronto area, things are looking great for you today and into tomorrow. You could see a flurry or two, but this is the long range system that we're really keeping an eye on. So don't go anywhere, because when we're back, I'll have more on all the long range DE, that's for sure, showing you a little taste of that. And now into the new year,